Hey y'all, it's Shada Dessa, the realist sure is the one who ain't new to this. As always, if you like this video, please follow me for more. But today I really wanted to sit down and talk to y'all. I haven't really done a sit down video, and a question that I get asked a lot is how I go viral and how I've been able to create this life for myself with having a large following. And I would say that number one for me personally is obviously manifestation. I always preach that you are exactly what you believe you are, but really about understanding the formula. And it wasn't until I actually did it that I realized that, like, what the formula was. So with that being said, I'm gonna give y'all a little backstory of how long I've been doing this and how this came to be. First, I always knew I was going to be in content creation. I was going to have my purpose through electronics. And I know that sounds really weird, but my family, we had gotten a desktop when I was 10 in our house. And if you know, I'm kind of up there in age. So this was like a big deal. Like if you had a desktop in your house at that time, like it was like, you got money, girl. And I was still a few years behind when I got it, but I just needed to have it. And the minute I saw it, I was fascinated with it. I had never been on a computer. I had never, experienced this level of electronics. So when we had gotten it, I remember just running on it and exploring, and it just piqued this fulfillment in me. And I know that sounds so weird about electronics because now I think it's borderline unhealthy, but I've always been able to discern overconsumption. It was just more so like I just knew this was meant for me. 10 years, or I'm lying, when I was 12 years old, I made my first YouTube video, but I had been on social media since I was 10. I was Panda Princess 101, girl. I used to love me some pandas. My first YouTube video when I was 12, and so over the course of a few years, that video went viral and I stayed consistent. I continued to make YouTube videos. I continued to post on MySpace, and Snapchat was really big, when I was in high school and things like that. And so I just continued to do it, and people would think I was weird because I would be singing in a camera. And I talk about it a lot because it genuinely was like torturous. Everyone thought I was crazy and egotistical and self-centered, and I guess in some sense, to constantly record yourself, there is some vanity in that, but I just knew that I wasn't a vain person. I just knew, like, I had to get to the masses, right? Like I had to get my audience because I was meant to change the world through a large audience. I just always knew that that meant that I had to get to my people. I had to get home, in a sense. Like, it's weird. It's the weirdest thing to say it like that, but I just knew. With that, I feel like I am qualified with almost 2 decades on social media to speak to y'all about what you need to be doing. Number one, the number one thing you need to do is be authentic in what you're talking about. If you are not passionate, if you don't know what you're talking about, people know. People can call bullshit. People know a fake person when they see one, especially intuitive people like myself. You have a niche. You need to make sure that you actually enjoy your niche. If you're just talking about it because it's trending, people know. They pick up on that. Like, oh, she just wants some likes. She just wants some comments. She don't know what she's talking about. People know authenticity when they see it, and they value that more than anything else. You could have the most famous person, but if they are a fake person when they get on the screen, and it just spews off at them that they're just a bad person. They're negative. They're inauthentic in the thing that they're doing. They're just doing it for a paycheck. People know. People know. And so your money, your income, your audience should come from something that you genuinely enjoy and you genuinely know in your spirit. Without that, nothing else that I tell you after that matters. It doesn't matter. It's not going to work. People are going to tell you need to do this, this, and this. First off, you need to be an authentic person. You can't fake this shit. You can't do it. Number two, you need to stop worrying about being cringy. I hear everybody like, oh, I feel weird. I feel weird talking in a phone. I feel weird that my friends are going to see it. First things first, and these go hand in hand, a big part of your success will be engagement. People commenting, people liking. And one thing that friends don't do, and they should be doing, but they don't, because there's some secret animosity, a lot of people, where they cannot be happy for other people, they're not going to like your stuff. Social media is not for your friends. Your pages, your business pages, or if you're a content creator and say you talk about plants or say you talk about tarot, like me, like it's not for your friends. Now, you can have your friends on social media. I do. Understand the content isn't for them because they're not going to support you the way that strangers do. Strangers are always going to support you more than the people in your life because the people in your life know you, and God forbid you do better than them. I mean, really think about it. That's why, like, a lot of times, like, having people on your social media that you know and engagement, you know, they can't go hand in hand unless you stop caring about what the people you know think. And you get over this, oh, well, it's cringy. Would you rather be cringy or broke? Honestly, would you rather be cringy or broke? I'm just saying. Number 3, you need to post the content. You're not going anywhere. You're not reaching anybody if you don't post the content. You know how many times I have missed out on a great idea that I had that could have went viral because I was like, oh, you know, I had the creative juices flowing, the idea came in, and I was like, I don't have my makeup done. I gotta wait till later to do the video. And then I just don't do the video because getting ready takes too much time, or by the time I got ready, something else came up. I have ADHD. A lot of people, we can't sit still to save our lives. Post the content when you have the idea. It doesn't matter if your lash is half off. It doesn't matter if your hair's not done. You know, obviously, if you can be presentable, you know, try to do that, but do that in the beginning of the day. That's why we need to be getting ready when we first wake up, so we can be ready for anything to throw our way. But the content. It doesn't matter what you're doing, what you look like, post it. Because if you don't, you're not reaching nobody. I would much rather post a video looking like getting paid than let the idea go away because I was too worried about the vanity of what I look like. This also goes hand in hand with authenticity. People see that you're authentic, that you don't care that you look crazy. You want to get the message out. You want to help them. You want to really teach them some shit. Next, we're going to get into the technicality. Now, obviously, the algorithm is important. Specifically on TikTok, a lot of people talk about the algorithm. It is a very different algorithm than any other social media. I will tell you that. That's why I'm the most successful on TikTok. And it is a really great algorithm, the way that they have programmed it. But other social media platforms have the same potential. You just need to know what to look for, what to post, and the audience that you are reaching. The most successful videos are when you present a problem that a particular category of people have and how you're going to help them solve it. For instance, this video. I have told y'all how I know what I know. Your problem is you want to go viral, and I'm giving you the solution of how to do that. Very similarly, say that I was somebody that lost a lot of weight when I was going through postpartum, just had a baby, right? And I found a pill that helped me lose this weight. I would get on here and I would make a video. Hey guys, if you want to lose weight, I found this pill that really helped me when I was going through postpartum and I had gained all that extra mommy weight. So now, not only have you reached the masses of people that want to lose weight for whatever their particular reasons are, whatever caused this weight gain, but you've now also reached postpartum mothers. So you have extended the ability to be able to make multiple videos about your weight loss as well as your motherhood journey. So it's not even just this one video. You are now setting the pathway to be able to make more videos in the future and build up an audience and build up people who can relate to you, who find you authentic. It's really a matter of posting what is a problem that people have, that you have experienced, what is your knowledge about this problem, what helped you with this problem, okay? And here's the solution. Here's the formula. This is also a really great foolproof way of being able to reach people even out of your generation. A lot of my followers are way older than me, and some of them are extensively younger than me. And the reason that I'm able to have such a broad spectrum of people is because I post videos about a problem that anyone could have. Anyone could gain weight, right? There are lots of people who are mothers at all ages of life, right? If we were using that as an example. And so it doesn't keep you stuck in a box. I think the great way to be able to continue to be successful on social media is not narrow it down to a particular group of people. So I'm not trying to reach just 28-year-old women. I want to reach women of all walks of life, men of all walks of life. And this is how you're able to do so and be able to be relatable to people as well as genuinely make a difference in the world. Aside from that, if we get into the technicality of the video itself, Hashtags, yes, they can help you. No, they're not required, but yes, I would recommend using them. And the problem that a lot of people have when using hashtags is they always seek out the most used hashtag. Like, oh, this has 1 million people that have used this hashtag, so it's going to reach the masses this way. Yes, you want to do multiple hashtags that have a lot of views or have been used by many people, but you also want to find the ones that don't have as many. Recommended less than 20 to 30,000 is really great. 30 to 60,000 is really great, but you really want to stay under that 100,000 range for a few of them as well. You want to combine the two. And the reason being is because not only is this going to make the video be pushed out more because it's not a common topic. So when people do look it up and they come across your video, if you're one of the only resources they have, this video is going to continue to get a lot of engagement, and therefore it's going to become a more like probability of you going viral. So you want to use both in conjunction with each other, and I don't recommend using more than 10 hashtags at most. And honestly, me personally, I like to keep it 5 to 6. You don't want to overload it with too many hashtags, because then your video can't be categorized into the people you're trying to reach, and you want to keep them all very similar in category. So for me, I would post tarot reading, witch, things that can be combined together to be able to go across the screens of people looking for that type of content. Once you get that down packed, I know a lot of people talk about the quality of their content. Yes, quality is important, but it's not essential when starting. I didn't really start getting the better quality until I was already years and years, over a decade into this. I recently started to really advance the content that I do. But how I was able to do this was, for many years, I would download editing apps for pictures on Instagram, where I can make the lighting better. And, I eventually got better lighting. And lighting is important, but it's not everything. If you have access to better lighting, use it. It does help. It really does help. I would recommend it. But again, it's not needed. I didn't start caring about lighting until a year ago, and I've been going viral for over 10. So essential, no. Recommended, sure. But also, you want to download editing apps, video editing apps, picture editing apps. Even if you're not familiar with them, I think a lot of people's problem is, well, I don't really know that kind of stuff. Explore the app. Instead of scrolling TikTok all day, go into the app, explore the buttons, try them, this and that, and create different things over the course of time to better your content, even if you don't do it now. Just learn it. Start to, click a button here. Oh, what does this do? What does that do? And see what you're really capable of. I think a lot of people keep themselves in this box of, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just not even going to try. What's going to hurt from you downloading the app and just seeing what you could do, what your abilities are? One that I particularly like is Canva. I use Canva a lot. It's one of my favorites. I think it's really good for a lot of different things. So I would definitely recommend Canva or something like that. For video editing, I really like VN, I believe, or VM. That's a really good editing app for videos. But yeah, just start to see what you can do. Sound effects, lighting, captions. Captions are really important across the video. This also helps categorize specifically on TikTok and shorts on YouTube. So if you can put a little caption in the video itself, I also recommend doing that. But yeah, just see what you can do. I think a lot of times you are what keeps you in that box. Oh, well, I don't know how to do that. I never learned that, so I'm not even going to try. See how easy that was? You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you're capable of until you try to implement it. If you never try it, you will never do. I promise, if you guys start utilizing this in your content every day, and you are consistent in posting, if you are consistent in trying, if you see what works for you and what doesn't, I promise if you do all of these things over the course of the next 3 months, you will have at least one viral video. At least one. As always, if you like this video, please subscribe to me to see more like it. If you guys want to know more viral tips or tricks or some of the other things that I specialize in, please click that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and I love you guys so much.